Hi, it's Saturday afternoon on Bank Holiday August weekend, and I'm coming into the Gloucester Green Market again. I've done a few videos about this, most recently one in which I looked at how easy it was to tell that the market is a market when you come at it from various directions into Gloucester Green. And what I'm going to do now is just go round the market and ask a few people their opinions of what it provides and what it needs.
Double star on it,
Okay, so the first stall I'm going to look at is House of Water, and this is their main advertising. I'll give you a moment to read that. And would you mind saying what House of Water is about?
Okay, so House of Water is about finding solutions to getting our water right, getting our environment right, and through shungite, silver activated shungite, we've got the solution to lots of the problems.
What sort of problems?
Like pollution in the water,
Right.
toxic water. Shungite will get rid of, will harmonise the water, because the shungite molecules, they spin between 20 and 30 billion times a second. Billion?
Right.
In a clockwise
That's a lot.
direction. So because they're spinning so fast clockwise, it's what's known as an attenuation device, which was Covfefe when that stupid orange man Donald Trump.
Covfefe, yes, I was asking you about Covfefe.
Yeah.
earlier.
Couldn't spell coffee, but what he was talking about was something that counteracts 5G, which is very interesting.
And it was nothing to do with COVID?
Nothing to do. Nothing to do with COVID.
Right.
Nothing to do with coffee.
Nothing
More
to do with
counteracting the harmful effects of 5G, which is very interesting. But shungite will do all sorts of wonderful things. You see, if you wear it, it enhances your bioelectromagnetic field.
Right.
Grounds and earths you, protects you against the EMFs. Like I say, so these molecules are spinning so fast in a clockwise direction. Anything that's harmful to us spins in an anti-clockwise direction. This will literally force the molecules to change direction of spin, change polarity, in which is then breaking the chemical bonds.
So it changes the direction of spin of the harmful molecules. So
because they're spinning in the anti-clockwise direction.
Right.
So, in a nutshell, all the stuff that's harmful spins anti-clockwise, and all the stuff that's good, positive, spins clockwise. So, because this is spinning so fast clockwise on a quantum level, it's literally forcing those molecules to spin in the other direction.
Right.
So, this breaks the chemical bonds, so it makes it less harmful.
Okay.
So, and shungite is so versatile, you see, because when it's mixed with silver, it really makes it powerful.
So what is shungite?
So shungite's a carbon-based mineral.
It's actually the name of a mineral, is it?
Yeah. So
it sounded like a trade name.
There's my friend's book, Cassie Spray. She wrote the book,
Right.
and her partner Rich, he makes the pyramids.
Right. Which are really
quite amazing. So that's right.
That's shungite.
1% of shungite is like this, known as the elite, and the other, the 99%, is like this. This is the stuff that we powder. We powder this down, we mix it with liquid silver, and then that goes in all the resin
pyramids.
bases. So also in the back of the, in all the jewellery.
Can I have a look at, I'll move my camera over, because I particularly liked the colour of these.
Yeah, the blue key rings,
they're lovely.
aren't they? And then you see we've got ones like this. See this one? That is on a piece of shungite. So if I show you how. So that shungite can get polished. That shungite, that can get polished
So that's the 99%
Yeah,
shungite,
yeah.
the one
This
in the
gets
right.
powdered. This can get polished
Right.
and turned like
Yes.
this. And then what we've got on the surface of this, we've got the powdered shungite mixed with liquid silver, which is then stuck on with the resin
Right.
on the surface. So that makes this even more powerful.
Powerful.
Yeah, in terms of protection and enhancing your aura and everything.
Right. And that's the Cove Effie.
Well,
thing
all of
that
this,
Trump was whittling about, is it?
Yes, so that's right. That's how you spell it. So what that actually is 2 parts iron, 1 part cobalt, and the V is, I can't remember if it's vanadium.
Would it be vanadium?
Or vanadium, yeah, I think it
Right.
might be. So that's known as an attenuation device.
Uh-huh.
And that is what silver activated shungite does.
Right. Yeah, might I ask you, compared with some of the stallholders, you seem to have a pretty easy job in that your stuff is fairly small and fairly robust.
Yeah.
So it's easy to carry.
Yeah, not too bad, yeah.
So are you satisfied with, for example, the way the market allows you to get stuff to the stall?
Yeah, that's okay.
And
Like
apart-
we were just saying though, the problem, it's so fine on a Saturday when
Yes.
you've got somewhere reasonably priced to park, but other days of the week it's a bit prohibitive.
Right.
Because the stall is so expensive anyway. I mean, on Saturday it's £51.
£51
Yeah,
for a whole day.
Yeah, so you have to sort of be doing reasonably well, don't you, to
Right.
even break even.
So what that makes me think is that a lot of people like beginning artists
Yeah,
who like to try the market is out of their reach
Yeah, well, you're not going to be doing it to
to make a...
well, maybe you do. It's quite volatile.
So,
You never can tell.
right. I should let you get on with your customers
Okay,
maybe, but thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Nick. Take care.
Okay, well this stall is very close to the shungite stall. I was over there and I'm just going to have a look at what they sell. Olives, various types of nut, dried papaya, other dried fruits, I guess.
Yeah, that's correct.
And altogether a very tasty display, including what looks like ready-made brownies, muffins, cupcakes. Wow.
Do you like dried honey cashew, the one in the corner?
I used to work in this.
Really?
I give you all the sweet
No, I don't like
stuff.
cashew.
I give you all the sweet stuff.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
And do you sell olive oil?
No, we don't.
You don't? Because it's quite difficult to get nice olive oil in the supermarkets.
Yeah.
So, do you mind me asking, what does your stall sell?
So we do all sort of Afghan dry fruits.
Right.
It's all imported from Afghanistan, and we have a lot of nuts as well from Afghanistan, especially the special walnut that you can't find anywhere.
Which are
These
those?
are only in Afghanistan, nowhere in the world.
Wow. Those are the outer shells, are they?
These are with the shells,
With the shells.
and they taste more like chocolates.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a bit
Right.
funny, but it is.
Okay. I've never come across that.
It tastes like chocolate. It's really nice.
And can I ask you about the market itself? Do you think that the market is generally as good as it could be?
dead.
Does it?
It's nowadays it's dead, but the most good thing about the market that it's diverse. I would say
The diverse range of stalls and yes.
that's the good thing about it.
Is it too expensive, would you say? Or do you think it's about right price?
I would say some of the things here definitely expensive, but some of them are quite cheap as well. I mean, it's very reasonable, I would say.
Right. And the stall prices themselves, do you think those are?
All prices are okay, but on the weekends it goes a bit more,
Right.
which
Yes.
is again reasonable because weekends sometimes are busy, and I think that makes it more explainable to everything.
That's true, yes. Okay. Oh, well, thanks very much. Thank you.
Exactly.
So that's Afghan dry foods. And I've just been told that this chap is the boss of Afghan dry foods.
He's actually from Afghanistan. And that's our loyal customer.
He has the most
Right.
loyal one.
Okay.
Multi-loyal.
Yeah, every day.
Every second.
So are you here every day?
Wednesday and Saturday.
When did you start?
I started eating and sleeping or work.
No, I mean the stall here.
Oh, this is about 2 years ago.
Right. I honestly didn't realise you'd been going for that long.
Yeah, I was. But I've done it for 1 week and then stopped it. So yeah.
Right. Okay, well thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. Well, I've just interviewed another stallholder, and she didn't want to give her name, so I'm going to report her comments anonymously because I think they're worth making. And the first one is something that I've echoed in a video that I've mentioned several times: obscurity in openness, or openness in obscurity. And that's the one where I walked round Gloucester Green and came into the market from each possible entrance into Gloucester Green and looked at how long it took before it became obvious that this actually was a market and you could see what it was selling. And the stallholder I talked to thought that indeed only locals know about the market, and only locals know about the market because nobody else can see it from the outside of Gloucester Green, and it would be much better to have it in one of the main streets. And I sort of agree. And the last video I did about 3 days ago, I walked down to a cafe called Disegno in Botley Road, near Duke Street. And on the way I went through Hythe Bridge Street and I looked at how many abandoned shops there are. I've commented on this before. Staples, Office World, the Croissanterie, and FA's Metze bar or something like that, which I think has been closed since about 2010. And basically Hythe Bridge Street now is just abandoned shops. I heard a rumour last night that this is because the university owns most of it and the university is just waiting until it can demolish the whole lot and put something else in their place, probably student accommodation. I don't know whether that's true. But in any case, Hythe Bridge Street might be one possible venue, alternative venue for a market. Or George Street, if you could work out some way of doing it. Or just Broad Street all the time, rather than having these occasional October, Christmas, spring markets and so on. But that was one of the stallholders' complaints anyway. She thought that the market is only known to locals and it needs to be made much better known to other people. And there were two other complaints. One is that the market organisers provide these dark blue kiosks and they're dirty. The stallholder disliked it, the kiosk. She was given so much that she's covered it up with her own cloth. And she also said the ground itself is dirty. So that's my third anonymous reaction about how Gloucester Green is and what could be improved. Well, I've just talked to another trader and he wanted himself kept anonymous too. One reason was that he's also traded in the Christmas market in Broad Street. Now, I videoed that Christmas market quite a few times and I quite liked it as a customer. I thought it was a bit of fun, but he said that it was very badly organised. They were doing things like emptying the toilets at lunchtime particularly, which doesn't sound very appealing. And he also said that it was voted the worst Christmas market in Britain. So that's one aspect. And then another thing that the trader didn't like was that there's no control over the amount and type of stalls. So you can get a large number of stalls selling a similar product, and this means that customers will tend to go for mass-produced, cheap versions of that product at the expense of nicer, more expensive and handmade ones. So those are 2 comments from another trader. That's number 4. Well, now, with those comments in mind, particularly the one about the quality of the kiosks, I'm going to walk quickly up and down a few aisles, and you tell me whether you think the market is an acceptable standard, the equipment is an acceptable standard or not. How does it compare with, say, a typical street or square market in France or Germany or Holland?
This is actually from the east. Let's say somewhere. Yes. No, right. I was asking where the switch part.
Now this brings to mind another comment from one of the traders, and I'm going to keep this one anonymous too because they requested it. They said that there isn't as much security as there used to be. The organisers have cut back on the night-time and daytime security, and in particular means that you sometimes get quite a lot of drunks. And I'm not saying that these are from drunks, they might just be from someone like me who enjoys a bottle of beer now and then. But it reminds me that that was one of the complaints, insufficient security against people who were, well, drunk or otherwise upsetting. And remember, what I'm doing now is going up and down an aisle and just looking at the general cleanliness and the quality of the equipment. Compare it with the market in your favourite town, especially if that town happens not to be in the UK.
We're getting ice cream.
One brownie with ice cream. South Park, eh? Food is festival. South Park.
That's what the friends do. I'm going to the toilet and sort out the bill.
Now, I know this isn't the market premises. I'm sure there's a legal dividing line here, and this belongs to the shops. But it does make the point that the area does seem to be just rather grimy. I can't help thinking that a decent town cleaning operation would just sluice the thing down with loads of hot water every morning and repair dints like these, or even make the pillars out of something a bit more durable in the first place. And as ever in Oxford, Hythe Street, George Street and so on, Boundary Brook Road, the potholes in Ship Street, Oxford does look at a poor, decrepit place when you focus on details like this. This is outside Thirsty Meeple's, the game shop, and it's a very well frequented shop. Lots of people, kids were running around inside at the moment, and some of the kids are as young as 2 or 3, and they're quite likely to just sit on the ground or get onto the ground and sort of play around in this stuff, and I don't think that's very healthy. So I started off by asking market traders their opinion of the market, and I've ended up doing a video on Gloucester green grime. And I know market, I've done markets myself. I know market trading is an intensive activity that generates loads of garbage and so on, but it just seems that the environment isn't cared for, and that nobody particularly cares about giving people a nice clean space to come and buy stuff in. I also don't know whether this stuff is supposed to be coming apart like that. Here's more pigeon droppings. Okay, so this is me asking traders their opinion of the market and looking at Gloucester green grime. See you next time.